What's up, everyone? Chance here with Missouri Outdoors. Today we are walking around to the back side of the property, and we're going to walk around for a while in the woods. As you can see, there's plenty of snow on the ground still. It has been trying to melt pretty quickly today. We got up into the 40s, so it won't be long. There won't be any snow left. But we've got 22 revolver, and we're gonna walk around and see if we can't jump up a rabbit, maybe shoot at a squirrel, and we're gonna look for deadheads, sheds, or whatever we can find. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, well, as you can see, we've made it to the back side of the property. Those appear to be maybe coyote tracks. Not sure, they've kind of filled in and melted a little bit. If I had to guess, I'd say coyote tracks. I got a game camera just that way, a little ways out in the woods by our food plot, and I've had quite a few coyotes come through recently. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be kind of hard to film and shoot at the same time, just because I wasn't really planning on filming anything, but just all of a sudden decided I would. So all I got is my hands and the 22, so filming and shooting at the same time might be difficult, but we'll try to get it done. We're gonna walk around here a little bit and see what we can find. As you can see, something's been coming through here quite regularly. That's small. That might be a bobcat. You can tell the difference between those and that. That's more cattish, and that looks more canine-ish to me. Hasn't been a lot of stuff walking around. I did notice a few rabbit tracks and squirrel tracks on the way back here, but ain't seen no deer tracks that I can absolutely identify quite yet. I'm mostly walking back here to see if anybody dumped any of their deer carcasses during or around rifle season, you know. Some people around here don't like to cut the heads off if they're just real small bucks, but I kind of like having the small bucks too, so if I can find them, I'll take them home with me. Not really seeing anything. A lot of people like to come in here and dump stuff like that. As you can see, this is like a pile of like sawmill extra stuff. A lot of holes throughout it, as you can see. Like a fence post and a bunch of stuff. Something's been coming right down off through there, going down into the ravine and walking up it. That's pretty cool. But alright, we're gonna go ahead and walk back up here and go through the woods and see if we can't jump us up a rabbit or a squirrel or something. We still got a few days left of season, so I ain't done much small game hunting at all this year, so I figured I'd try to get out while there's a little snow on the ground and see what we couldn't get accomplished. Should be real fun. There could be one in that for all I know. Alright, well, we've been walking around for a little while, back and forth up through these trails. As you can tell, it's kind of thick in here. Hoping we would bump a rabbit, but I ain't seen one yet. I'm seeing lots of sign though. Tons of tracks. I don't know. Normally, I would come out early of a day when the sun was still up, which it is now, but I mean it's about 3:30, 4 o'clock, so it's sun's starting to go down a little bit. And normally them rabbits, when it's snowy like this, they want to come out in the midday and kind of bask in the sun and warm up. And a lot of times you can catch them on the outside of their dens or their holes. So far that doesn't seem to be the case. We are going to walk back toward the food plot area, check it out. We're almost back up toward the house now. Kind of hoping I'd see a squirrel, but we haven't seen anything. So then again, it's probably really easy for them to see me right now. But yeah, we're just gonna keep on walking through here, see what we can find. I'm gonna go ahead and hop back off here, and when I see something interesting, you'll be the second person to know. Alright guys, well, we just bumped a squirrel off this little tree here. I no more than stopped filming and turned and looked, and he hopped and went. But I think he ran over here to one of these bigger trees. So we're going to sneak back over here, and with any luck, he's on the outside and he didn't go in a den. And we might just get a squirrel at least. There's not very many big trees out here, so I'm about going to bet he hit this one or that one. We'll just go take a look and see. Not exactly what I had in mind, but a squirrel is better than nothing. Bad thing about this is I'm alone, and normally for this to work well, you need one guy to stand on one side of the tree with the gun, while the other guy walks around and scares the squirrel to the guy with the gun. So we're going to have to do this a little bit more sneaky, or get lucky, if he's even in one of these trees. He may have, yeah, that was the problem right there. I don't see tracks leading up to it. I think he's on the outside. Yep, he's on the outside. He just went up. See? If I can hold it still. It's really hard to do this one-handed. It's going to be even harder to shoot one-handed. Let me back up just a little bit. Alright guys, I'm sorry for the poor video quality, but there he is. Top's right there where all them limbs kind of bush together. You can kind of see his tail. We're going to give this a shot. Unfortunately, I did just barely miss. I ended up walking around this tree like 2 or 3 times after he kind of settled back down. And I kind of got a little bit more footage of him, but everywhere there was a shot, I didn't really have good camera angle, and everywhere I had good camera angle, I couldn't get a shot. Plus, holding it with one hand and shooting with the other wasn't really working out. So I ended up going back to the house, switching to a shotgun, and getting my tripod. That way I could film a little bit easier. Alright guys, well, we made it back to the food plot area. As you can see, there's our salt block, our game camera, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, there's our tree stand that we shot our button buck out of earlier this year, just right over in there, and then again right over there. But yeah, we just got back here. I haven't seen anything yet. We're gonna walk on back down, back through there, and back around all the way back down here, and we'll make a loop back down right there, and then back up toward the house. We're gonna go ahead and check a few of these brush piles we piled up just to see if there's any rabbits in them. I don't know. I'm seeing quite a bit of squirrel sign, but not a lot of rabbit sign. But we're gonna walk around and see what else we can find. With any luck, we'll run across something. Matter of fact, I can see a squirrel, I think, on down through the woods up one of them other trees. So we're going to go ahead and get packed up and head that way, and with any luck, we'll get a shot. But alright, let's get going. Alright guys, well that last tree was a bust. Turns out there was a den tree right next to it. But when we was over there, we saw a squirrel run up this hill this way, heading up toward there. We're going to run down here real quick and see if we can't track it since it's fresh. And if we can, with any luck, it didn't go into a den tree and it's on the outside. And if so, we might actually get a shot. I don't know. A lot of them seem to be clinging pretty tightly to den trees. That track don't look fresh enough. I know he come up through here somewhere though. Then again, I guess that track might be it. Yeah, that's it. That's the fresh one. I love when there's snow on. It makes things so much easier. You can see he went right up through that stump. Yeah, there he goes. This way. Sorry, I know the camera work's not all that good. Yeah, I think he went to this big tree right here. Ah, yeah, that's right where he went to. There's a hole. I don't know if y'all can see it. Yep, he went in that den tree. Well, that kind of sucks. That's the only one we've seen here recently. They all seem to make a beeline straight for their den tree. That's the second one that we've had do that to us. Then again, I'm not going to say he's not on the outside, because he might be. But with there being that big of a hole up there, I'm going to go ahead and say he probably went into it. Which kind of sucks. You can see just how much traffic's been going back and forth though. I mean, they got a trail through there now. Alright, well I'm going to go ahead and scope this out just a little bit and make sure he's still not on the outside. And we'll move on. Well, sadly that was going to be the last encounter we had with any kind of animal. And also we didn't find any deadheads or deer sheds either, so there's always next time. I didn't really expect much in the backyard, but I didn't really want to go anywhere else, and I figured, you know, we'll get out walk around, try to film a video, and just try to enjoy the day. And it was a pretty good walk through the woods. We did get a crack at a squirrel, and although we didn't get it, it was still a pretty good day. We did get to see plenty of tracks, and you can see there's deer tracks there that's coming just out of the yard area, so they've been back up toward the house again. But alright guys, that's pretty much gonna wrap this video up. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave me a like down below, share this video around, and as always, if you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and become part of the family. I'd greatly appreciate it.